Good afternoon, everybody. It is another beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm going to clean out this shed behind me. You can see I started to dismantle our old woodshed here, and so I grabbed my camera today and I'm going to film what I'm doing today. It's 85 degrees today, so I was heading in to get a sip of water, and the green hose was on the deck, so I moved it off so I wouldn't trip over it. And it landed on our four-way water hose thing, and it landed on this hose, and this hose is rotted off, and it fell off. So I am going to put an adapter on here to fix it. I'm replacing it with a hose end here. Oops. It's not a long hose, it's been there forever, so it doesn't surprise me that it rotted off. And it'll work for now until we get a new short hose to put in the span. It's just a little hose that hooks up to the pipe that goes underground to the barn. Alright, let's give that a try. Well, it doesn't leak, so it'll do for now until we get a new hose. This piece basically rotted off this piece and it fell off when it got bumped. This is the piece that screws into the hose. We got it fixed, and that's the main thing. There's like some bees' nests inside the cracks in that wood, and they're really mad, so I'm gonna call it a day for working on this woodshed and maybe work on it on a cool morning so the bees are more sleepy, because I don't want to get stung today. This wood is gone, but this is still semi-okay. So I'm going to try to maybe save these and keep those there, get rid of this, and stack wood against it, and maybe cut them off, cut them in half, because I obviously can't reach that tall. So cut them to where I can reach and kind of just nail them up on the sides, because this side doesn't have any, so I could cut those ones in half and put those on this side to stack wood against. That was kind of my idea for now, and then if I rebuild it in the future, I rebuild it, or I can just keep it like that. So right now, I'm digging the paint out of the screws so I can get the drill bit in there. Now, this board might not be the best board to reuse, but I can use it if I have to stack wood on the ground. I can lay wood on top of it to keep the firewood from touching the ground, if that makes sense. Keep it a little bit drier anyway. One, I think this might be one. Yep, found the other one. I'm using a little pick to get in there. If I can't get these screws out, I'm not going to worry about it, and I am going to cut it. Because I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to salvage something that doesn't want to be salvaged. When I am outside working on these projects that my dad has done, it brings back a lot of memories of when he put them up. And I remember watching him do things, and he was a very smart man. He could generally figure things out and figure out how to build things all by himself. He wasn't necessarily the kind of person that wanted help, because he had in it how to do it how he wanted it done in his mind, and if you came out there to help him, you know, he wanted it done his way. So it brings back some funny memories, because you try to help him and he's just like, no, I wouldn't do it that way, you know. So, and it makes me wish that I watched my dad, how he did things a lot more. You know, when you're a kid, you just kind of watch for a little bit, see what they're doing, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's boring, and you move on and go play. But that time was priceless, and I wish I watched him more so I know how to do more things. I remember him building this thing, and here I am taking it apart and having my own ideas, you know, after his, and figuring things out myself. And I sit here and I study what he did, and I'm learning a lot. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I sure wish my dad was here to ask questions, because some of this stuff is really hard to figure out when you don't know what in the world you're doing. And there's times I wish he was here that I could ask him questions, or how do you do this, or how did you do that, because it would sure be nice to know. It makes me miss my dad, really, is what it does.